Hello friends, research scholars, faculty members. Today we have to discussing about statistical methods. Statistical methods. Before going to start this topic, I hereby tell you please subscribe this channel, like and share. I hope you expect more than 100 subscribe from your side, your friends, those who are pursuing already research. At the same time, just you have to convey and get more benefited. Okay, shall I start this? Okay, one by one. Statistical methods. Before that, how to collect the data? Here, there are mainly four ways to collect the statistical data. What are those? At the same time, once again, you have to arise us the questions like a data. In the previous videos, also explain what do you mean by data. Data is a group of set of informations. A group of set of informations. How to collect the data, particularly for a statistical data. Data from a published source. I already told you this data is comes under the published sources or secondary data because that is already published. Another one is that data from a designed experiments. It is from experiment based on the experience only. They have to get the data. Another one is that data from a survey method. Survey, to conduct survey or samples to collect a statistical informations. Always keep it within your mind. This is particular deals with a collections of statistical data or a numerical values or a data or a informations. Another one is that data collected from observationally. This is also the way of collections of statistical data. Particularly here, the statistical method to use for a analysis, there are generally two methods to do so. Whichever method to be used should depend on the needs, conditions, and what is the data is available. What are the data is available. Here, as we know that I've already told you, there are two kinds or two types of statistical methods or types. You clearly understand that what I explained, particularly for the methods of statistics. What is the statistics? You already explained. I have already explained. Here, the statistical methods. And one is that descriptive statistics. Another one is inferential statistics. Inferential statistics. Here, what do we mean by descriptive statistics? Here, one is that to utilize numerical and graphical methods. To utilize numerical and graphical method to look for pattern in the data sets. Particularly for here, numerical and graphical methods. I have already told you, numeral values are statistical numbers or numeral values has been collected at the same time, and graphical methods. These collected statistics we have to prepare in the forms of tables, that the same data has been shown in the graphs, graphical representations, either bar gram, pie chart, histogram. We can form the data has been represented in the different forms of graphical representations. We can also call it as a graphical representations. Graphical representation. Another one is that to summarize information revealed in a data set. To summarize informations. What summarize? Say for example, you have to prepare, I've already told you, in the uses of tools. You have to collect the data. That data already with you. You have to analyze. What you have to analyze? Statistical data you have to analyze. Statistical data you have to analyze and classify the data. How to classify? Say for example, educational level or literacy rate, income level, gender wise, or land holdings of the farmers. We have to classify, at the same time we have to give some options. Then we have to analyze, classify the data, particularly for the statistical data, lowest to highest. We have to classify according to our convenient or according to methodology already we set up the methodology, particularly for the research methodology. I have already told you. Once again I repeat for your memories. I repeat the statistical data, particularly for the this methodology, is most important. I already told you, methodology in the statistics also known as a art of the research. Methodology is the art of the research. In the sense, methodology must be clear, must be appropriate, must be exactly precise. What methods you are going to collect, adapt, either secondary or primary or both the data. You have to clearly mention. According to that, you have to collect, you have to classify. I already told you, least to highest. Least to highest. Further that, we have to classify one by one. According to that, we have to prepare a table. A columns and rows. Tables, as we know that, tables, rows and columns. Rows and columns. It comes. And also table headings, table number, different headings of the tables, columns, rows. Then we have to enter into a statistical data, numbers. Then finally we have to prepare the table. Under that there is a source. There is a sources of data where you have to collect it. Where can you collect it? Either published data, you have to write. Best example is that educational data collected from either NSSO data 2019 or 2020, you have to mention like that. Then we have to analyze the entire statistical data, you have to classify. Based on that, we have to write interpretation of that particular analysis of the data. You have to interpret which taluks or districts occupies lowest literacy rate, which one is highest literacy rate, which districts comes under the middle literacy levels. And also you have to identify, based on that you have to write interpretation. Finally, after writing of the interpretations, finally you have to find out some gaps or problems. You have to identify some findings, already you have to write under your interpretation under the tables. All the tables you have to prepare according to questionnaires, according to your topic, according to your title of the thesis. You have to prepare according to that. You have to collect the data. You have to analyze the data based on your questionnaires. Only you have to prepare analysis of the data, and finally you have to interpretations of the data. Simultaneously you have to find out some gaps or problems. After that, overall you have to summarize what you have analyzed, what your interpretations of your data, classifications of your data. After that, you have to summarize the overall tables or analysis and data interpretations chapters. You have to summarize the data. What you have to identify based on your preparations of the analysis and interpretation of the data chapters. Another one is that present the information in a convenient forms. I have already told you, we have to give lowest and highest values. That is our convenient. Either we can go with 5 difference, 10 difference, 20 differences, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, or 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. Like that we have to classify. That is according to our convenient. Means the researcher convenient. You must clear that. Whenever you have to start writing analysis and interpretations of the data, you must clear that you should know how to write, how to classify the data. Then you have to write, that is our convenient. You have to prepare the table to enter the different numbers, identify the percentage, annual growth rate, compound growth rate, everything. It is based on the total and individual. Total and individual. You can calculate, percentage also will come. There is an annual growth rate also you have to calculate it. Based on the, you have to collect it from the decadal wise data, means 10 years data. You have to collect it. At the same time, you have to analyze and also calculation of that particular data. Another one is that this descriptive statistics involves collecting the data and I already told you presenting the data. I have already told you collecting the data information in the sense we have to collect it all statistical data and presenting the data. How to present the data? We have to prepare different forms of the data in the different methods or types. One is that a table forms. The same results has been represented in the graphical representations or graphical forms. That would be another methods. That results will shows in a very simple form. Everyone must understand. Oh, it is very easy to understand. Say for example, total is 100%. I think gender, there is a male and female. 70% of the female, 30% of the male, or 70% of the male, 30% of the female. As we will clearly understand that, based on the, we have to represent the way of representation of the data, that would be, is very appropriate, very clear. Anyone can read, right, watch, immediately they can understand that, oh, this is the method, this is the percentage. Yes, immediately they can understand. Why we have to use different kinds of the representations of other different forms of the data? That would be, only thing is that easy to understand. We have to simplify the data. That is why we have to use statistical methodology, particularly for in the research. Otherwise, it is very difficult to understand. Say for example, this statistical data I have to write like a descriptive methods, descriptive manner, it would be very impossible, very difficult to understand. It means that that's why statistical methods, statistical forms, types has been introduced, implemented. Means it would be everything, it's according to our convenient or researcher convenient. Only we have to collect and analyze in the different forms of the data. Same data has been representing in the different forms or a graphical, we can call it as a graphical representations. That would be pie chart, bar diagram, line diagram, histograms, like that. This is the another types of the forms of the data representations that would be shows in the graphical representations. Another one is that categorizing the data. Categorizing the data. How to categorize? We have to classify. Say for example, one is that educations, gender, agriculture, sources of information, sources of assets, assets owned, sources of irrigations. These are all the examples for that. What is your data sampling? According to that, you have to collect the data. In the sense, categorize the data. That would be another skills. Researcher must having some of the skills, and also you have to use the skills. Means some ideology, some skills. Immediately you can get how to collect, how to classify, how to categorize the data. That would be most important for the, particularly for the researcher. Must know how to categorize. What is this data? Where it is applicable? How can we write analysis? How can we write interpretations? Everybody, everything must be knows. Another thing is that purposes. What purpose we have to collect? The descriptive data. So for example, what purpose? In the sense, we have to identify the literacy rate of that particular taluks, districts or state level. particularly this descriptive data, what's the purpose for that? Say for example, we should know the district, what's the literacy rate, what's the primary percentage of percentages, higher primary, colleges 10 plus 2, UG level, PG level, higher doctoral level, higher researchers level. What's the percentage of that? We have to collect it. What's the purpose? We have to serve the purpose, fulfill the gaps, and also what's the purpose for collections of the data. That would be also most important. Everybody must understand that. I always stress, means particularly for the focuses, mainly on research scholars. It is very important to write the analysis, interpretation, summarize findings, everything. This will be most important, particularly for at the time of using of the statistical data, statistical forms. That would be most authentications, most appropriate. Then only how to write. Another one is that inferential statistics. Inferential statistics. Actually, here, what do you mean by that? Here, utilizes sample data to make estimates, utilizes the sample data and to make estimates. Say for example, we have to prepare decadal voice table, means 2001 to 2010, 2011 to 2020. We have to, based on that data, we can estimate trend values of 2022 or 2025. This would be to make estimates, a trend values. So for example, based on that, best example is that our budget. Our budget, present year, previous year, based on the data we have to calculate it, we have to estimate next year budget. It is the best example for the to make estimations. Budget is a best example for the examples of the estimations. Likewise here, decisions. Say for example, based on your estimations data, to utilize sample data to estimate, to make estimates, decisions, predictions or others. Say for example, many examples I quoted, Indian 5 years plans. We have to estimate, we have to target, we have some decisions. What decisions? We have to achieve 12% agriculture GDP growth rates next 5 years. Why we have to estimate? Because present data, present year data or existing year data, previous year data. Based on that we have to estimate, to make estimate the data. Then we have to take decisions and also predictions. Say for example, best example is that SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, 2020 or 2030. We have 14 goals or objectives, we have to fulfill that. This is the best example of predictions, means we have moved towards developed countries. We have to move developed countries. How to fulfill? Fulfill in the sense, it's a, as I told you can understand very well, particularly for the researcher, must understand what do you mean by development. Development is a process. It is not a stagnant. At the same time, we have to achieve certain goals. What are those goals? What are those goals? Means agriculture development, industrial development, service sectors development, or sustainable development. So that these are all the predictions, everything. It includes, so that and generalize about a large set of data referred to a populations. Say for example, population size, population samples. Why you have to take the population studies? In this sense, to know the how many percentage of the peoples, males, females, children's, adults, everything. We have to classify categorize the data. At the same time, a larger set of data. Actually, as we know that, say for example, researcher can take 500 samples, 1000 samples, then we have to categorize. Why it is difficult otherwise? First of all, we have to classify and categorize classifications and codifications. Say for example, in the best example in the medical stores, there is a classifications, codifications alphabetically. That would be easy to identify the product. Likewise here, data, it would be very easy to identify in the sense whenever we have to classify or categorize, then only it would be very easy to write an analysis, it's our interpretation, summarize findings, policy implications, recommendations, further studies like that. We have to suggest very easily. Another one is that it involves hypothesis testing and estimation of unknown quantities known as parameters. Parameters is some of populations, refer to a population, set of populations. Actually here, it involves testing of hypothesis. I told you, testing of hypothesis, before that, you have to classifications of the variables. As we know that we have to classify different two types of variables. Under that, dependent and independent variables. That would be, we will discuss in the next videos, coming videos. And also it estimates hypothesis, testing of hypothesis, estimation quantities as known as parameters. Likewise, these are all the some of the informations, particularly how to inferential statistics, particularly for this descriptive statistics. It is utilized for numerical data that would be analysis and represented, shows in the different forms of methods like that. That would be used for that. This inferential statistics, this would be utilized sample data to make estimations, decisions and predictions on others. This would be, keep it within your mind. Don't forget about these. This is, I already told you, two types of statistical methods. One is that this is descriptive statistics, another one is that inferential statistics. Don't forget about that. And also I will explain this, what is the meaning of that, what is the meaning of this. At the same time, inferential and descriptive statistics. You have to inferential statistics, and also another one is that it involves estimations. Here also some estimations. I have already told you, best example is that budget, preparations of the budget, national level or state level, national level or state level budget. And also here every metropolitan cities also, city corporations also, preparations of the budget. Based on that, present year, previous year. We have to estimate future, means next year estimations. At the same time, testing of hypothesis. I have already told you, based on your objectives, we have to formulate the hypothesis, and also a classifications of the variables, and also you have to further classify dependent and independent variables of that. That would be useful for testing of the hypothesis. Another one is that purposes. What's the purpose? Make decisions about population characteristics. This would be most important things. You have to clear about that. You must know about that. At the same time, you have to keep it within your mind to informations, statistical data. You have to, according to descriptive and inferential statistics, this would be two methods that would be most significant, most effective and most useful methods for collections, analysis, interpretation, summarizes, findings, at the same time to recommend policy implications and also suggestions, and also finally conclusion, and then you have to suggest a further studies. Likewise, this would be the two methods of statistics. And also I wanted to tell you some of the skills researcher must kept in the mind that would be acquired based on your experiences. One is that creativity. As we know that creativity is most important aspects. Every researcher can having particularly creativity for preparations of the thesis, writing of the blueprints, proposed work plan, everything according to that you have to systematically you can do it. And another one is that researcher must potential in the sense you have to read textbooks, journals, magazines, internet sources, daily watches 2 to 3 English newses, we have to enhance our knowledge. Potentiality means must be he or she is potential researcher. How? It is based on your routine works. You have to engage in always till end of your submission, till end of our lives. Then only our life is really a meaningful. Another one is that sustainability. This creativity and potentiality, you have to carry sustainability for a long time. You have to sustainable potentiality, creativity, potentiality, sustainability. At the same time, there is a rationality. These are all the things most important. Please, researcher, he or she, research friends, faculty members, those who are engaging in teaching activities, research activities, or a project or World Bank projects, anything you can conduct, anything you have to prepare. But only thing is that these are all the very most important aspects kept in the mind. I hope you understand. I expect more subscribe, likes, and suggestions. More welcome. At the same time, I hope you understand very well and also make utilize and also more benefited. Thank you very much.